Listen, there's 100 senators in the United States of America, right? And 93 of them receive money or funding or whatever from AIPAC. So that means only 7 of them don't receive money. Okay, so we send what, 300 billion plus dollars a year or whatever to Israel. And in turn, they turn around and use that money through AIPAC, which is not registered as a foreign entity. They use that money to fund whatever politicians they want to get whatever they want passed for themselves. And they also use that money to buy weapons from us so that they can go, mass murder children and whoever else. Is that not money laundering? Is that not rigging the general elections in general? What would you call it when we send money to a foreign nation and that foreign nation uses that money to turn around and fill their politicians' pockets to put who they want in office? And then our politicians work hand in hand with that foreign nation to pass laws for them, and these politicians here get richer. What would you call that? Because if you look at any of these politicians, their yearly salary is incredibly astronomically more than what the government actually pays them. But all of these private equity and private business deals and all this junk, they got their sticky little fingers in, insider trading. You can't make this stuff up. Our government is just criminals with like 1% non-criminals. Guys, you got to vote accordingly. I don't care if you're on the left or the right. If it means that we only have 2 AIPAC representatives up there going against each other, don't vote for either. And if there's one that you might not love, their other ideals on or whatever, ideologies, but they're not taking money from AIPAC, at least they're putting America first. We've got to use our brains here. Because at this point, it's all of them. It's all of them. And we're so worried about taking nuclear energies away from Iran so they can't make nuclear weapons. Mind you, Israel has nuclear weapons. They haven't registered nuclear weapons with the international whatever they're supposed to do. They have them in secret from the technology they stole from us way back when, right? And mind you, we're so worried about dictating the whole world and telling them what they can and can't do as we spread democracy, as we just, mass murder children. Do you think that's not all a stinking sacrifice to Baal? If you think they're not worshiping Satan and working for the devil, you're crazy. Why do they keep bombing hospitals and schools and everywhere we go? They're bombing hospitals and schools in Iran and Lebanon. And that's on top of course, what they've already done in Gaza. They could have taken all these people out overnight. They could have poisoned their food or something. Just one incident where they're all done. Why do you think they're having it prolonged and they're moving on and they have the whole world watching, all eyes on them? Why do you think they're bringing so much attention? It's almost like they're enforcing these strict laws and stuff because they want you to hate Israel more, because they want the whole nation, the whole world to rise against them, because in their Old Testament, in their minds, it says all the nations will surround Israel, right? Israel will be hated by all nations, and then their Messiah will appear and save them. But what they're failing to understand is Israel is the body of Christ. We are the new Israel. It's talking about Christians who believe in Jesus, not Old Testament Jews, who aren't even really Jews, by the way, because they're all Ashkenazis. They're the fake Jews that Jesus talks about in Revelation 2:9, Revelation 3:9, synagogue of Satan. The real Jews are not, the Hebrews are not Ashkenazis. Ashkenazis are from like Russia and Europe and stuff. They're not even Hebrew. Look at them. They're white. It's another form of white supremacy is what it is. Look at it. This is all a ritual. It's all ritualistic in nature, and they're doing the devil's bidding because they're not true Hebrew Jews. They're not true Hebrew Israelites. And their God, the God that they're trying to bring back, is not the Messiah. It is the Antichrist. The Bible says it itself. Their God is the Antichrist. There will be more than one. There will be the Jews Antichrist, and there will be the Muslims. They'll have their stinking Mahdi or whatever it is. There's more than one Antichrist, not just physical, not just the physical, but in the spiritual. It's the Antichrist spirit. Anything that's anti-God is Antichrist. An atheist is Antichrist. A lukewarm Christian who doesn't fully walk in surrenderance with Jesus Christ and walk in his ways and thinks it's okay to just live wishy-washy and say they know Jesus, right? Even the demons know and tremble, right? That's Antichrist. There's a huge Antichrist spirit in the church, in the body of believers. It's always been good versus evil. And if you can't see that, my friend, your blinders are on. This is clearly a good versus evil. This is clearly satanic in nature. Look what they're doing to Cuba, starving them out. They got no food in, coming. People are dying. Look what they're doing. They did in Venezuela, Mexico. We're so worried about other nations having nuclear energy, nuclear weapons, yet America is the only country in the entire world, in the entire history of humanity, that has dropped nuclear weapons. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. I'm done.